Welcome to Arc Synoptic, a pioneering startup at the forefront of the technological revolution that empowers businesses to flourish in the dynamic era of Industry 4.0. Committed to propelling innovation, research, and technological progress, we offer a diverse spectrum of services spanning multiple business domains. Our core objective is to equip educational institutions, industries, and professional bodies with the tools to harness the full potential of Industry 4.0. How to become a customs broker in India? Are you looking to embark on a rewarding career in customs brokerage? Do you want to excel in the field of international trade and customs regulations? Join now. New batch start from October 2023. Our program delves deep into the world of customs regulations and trade compliance. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced professional looking to enhance your skills, this course is designed to cater to your specific needs. Who can participate? The graduate or postgraduate from a recognized university in PGDM, MBA, CA, LLM, ACMA FCMA, etc. No age limit. Program highlights, duration, 80 hours of intensive training, experienced trainer, an industry expert with 40 years of experience, mock exams, 20 rigorous practice mock exams to boost your confidence, live interactive sessions, engage with the instructor and fellow participants, comprehensive curriculum, covering all aspects of customs brokerage curriculum as per CBLR Rule 6 NASIN. Study materials. Receive carefully curated study materials to enhance your learning experience.
Yeah, very good evening to all. Welcome to webinar awareness program on customs broker license and regulations examination 2024. Okay, I would like to introduce our company. This awareness program is organized by Arc Synoptic Private Limited. Okay, basically our company is focusing on Industry 4.0. That Industry 4.0 involves not only technological aspects, and that includes management, administration, and technological stuff to smooth running and automatically operate interdependent without any obstacle. So with that, we started by naming Arcs Innovatech. Okay, that starting from instrumentation, automation, industry automation, then advanced technology, up, topping up with automation, like no day-to-day disruptive technologies coming to the world in the market, so that we need to adapt latest technology into the existing one. Okay, based on that, then customs and logistics warehousing also a important aspect while having business in global. So in that context, when we had a discussion with our eminent personalities of our speakers, Julius, J.S.A sir, and Sri Kodandaraman sir. Okay, both of them have worked in customs department more than 25, 30 years. Okay, it's a great opportunity for us to have those eminent personalities related to these customs. Okay, then I welcome you, both the expert speakers and also the participants. Okay, now I call upon one of the director, Ms. Kavita, uh, request to introduce our today's expert speakers.
Good evening, one and all present here. It's my privilege to introduce our expert speakers. Firstly, I would like to introduce Mr. J.S.A. Julius, who is a retired IRS officer. J.S.A. Julius, after completing his post-graduation in mathematical economics, joined Madras Christian College as research assistant. Later, he joined the Customs Department in the year 1971. He retired as Deputy Commissioner in the year 2008, and he has worked in all the southern states in India. He has worked in customs, central excise, service tax, and large taxpayer unit, and National Academy of Customs, IGST, and narcotics. Teaching and training has always been his passion and made a mark while he was in Nasik as a deputy director at Bangalore Zone. He was the first officer trained to introduce computerization of for customs documentation in Bangalore International Airport in 1996. He has trained the customs officials to convert the Mangalore airport as International One in the year 2004. He did his Masters of Business Law by distant education from National Law School of India Indian University, Bangalore. He has a meritorious service and has got the Best Officer Award in Bangalore Zone Customs in the year 1998. Altogether, he has put 37 years of service in different capacities. He has been the consultant and trainer for the logistic company named Sindhu Cargo, having around 800 employees in 12 major cities of India since 2010. In 2012, an educational institute by name Sindhu Educational Institute Private Limited has been floated, for which Mr. Julius was the director. He designs the course curriculum, collects the materials, it identifies the facilities, identifies the faculties for different subjects from the industry, and coordinates the courses in the campus of Sindhu Cargo and other colleges. He is also a resource person on the subjects related to organizational behavior and logistic management for some of the business schools, training institutes, including the National Academy of Customs, IGST, and narcotics. He gives coaching to those who appear for the two-level examinations conducted by Customs Department for Customs, brokers, and which is called as G card and F card. He also organizes coaching for students to appear for civil services examinations conducted by Government of India. He has traveled to different places in India and also to few countries outside India in these connections. Welcome, Yusuf. And secondly, I would like to introduce our Mr. M.G. Kodandaraman, who is a retired IRS officer, assistant director, advocate, and consultant, who was a master trainer of GST for CBIC GOI faculty, National Academy of Customs, Indirect Taxes and Narcotics, who is a member, State GST Committee, Federation of Karnataka, Chambers of Commerce and Industry, also an advisor and resource person at Karnataka State of Council for Science and Technology. Also, a cell for IPR promotion and management, Vishweshwaraya Trade Promotion Center, who is a member expert group of GST of Fiscal Policy Institute, and also a founder member Foundation of Data Protection Professionals in India. In public service as an executive in Central Board of Indirect Taxes since 1981, served in all important formations, has served as Air Intelligence Officer at Sahara International Airport, a regular in-house faculty at NASIN from 20 years, a master trainer for CBIC, GOI on GST, and guest resource person and faculty in over 60 training institutes. He has trained thousands of officers on taxation and related laws, customs, goods and services tax, excise service tax, foreign trade policy, intellectual property rights, law, right to information, Foreign Exchange Management Act, investigation, cyber law, cyber forcing, Indian privacy regime, environmental laws, etc. Over 100 articles by him have been published by various journals and magazines. He has handled over 2,300 sessions on the above topic to various trade bodies, government authorities, and tax practitioners. Known for his pleasing personality and helping nature, Kodandaraman is a vivid reader of Indian scripture too. I would like to thank you, Dr. Shivana, for giving me this opportunity to introduce our dignitaries. Thank you, Shivana.
Thank you. Now, hand over to Kodandaram sir to present the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy to be associated with ARCS, my dear Shivana, and their group, and to take forward this custom brokers licensing regulations. I fondly recollect my regular teaching with J.S.A. Julius sir during the service and after the service. In fact, we have been training a lot of custom brokers examination at his residence before COVID. After COVID, we couldn't. Now, the Arts Innotech have brought us together, for which I am very happy. Why I was not satisfied? Because this year, 2023 examination, none from Karnataka have passed, and all over India, less than 100, maybe 94 or 93 people have passed. And after the oral examination, there are hardly 40 people selected for the whole of India, where we have a population of such a huge population, educated population, and graduates. It's very unfortunate. People are not trained properly to write these examinations. So I thought it's time to join hands with our meritorious Julius sir to give a kind of a new touch to these examinations and see that more and more people get through the examination, get an opportunity to do a kind of bridging work for India's exports and imports. And because India's exports and imports are going to be taking a new notch now, India becoming the largest economy in the world. Now it's formulated to be the fifth. Then you can imagine. And our Prime Minister is saying we are going to be the third, or we may even overtake that. So that's the situation now we are in. And it's time for us to gallop and prepare all sorts of requirements for doing this global business. That's very important for us. And therefore, we have started this venture and you people have joined, for which I'm very happy. Today, I'm going to address you on important things about the custom brokers license regulations examination. Today, we have planned our talk like this. There will be a small overview about the legal aspects, which I don't want to deal much, but I will give you key topics, areas of progress, and eligibility aspects. We are going to guide you. And our senior man, my mentor, is going to talk to you on practical insights and tips for examination preparation, which is very important. Then we will have a question answer session, and the administration aspects by Innotech will be answered by them. So this is how we have planned for the day. Hope it will be comfortable for all of you. Let me start with my talk. What is the basic law for managing imports and exports? It is not always Customs Act 1962 which talks about the commercial aspects, but it is the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act, which is managed by Director General of Foreign Trade, which is the basic act which should be known. But to manage the borders of all Indian laws, prohibitions under any law of India, plus customs, means regulating the imports and exports, is the main task of the Customs Department, headed by CBI, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. And the legal framework consists of Customs Act 1962, read with Customs Tariff Act 1975, which gives the framework for movement. And there are a lot of prohibitions imposed through allied acts. 64 agencies are with the customs to implement them in the border. So it's a huge area one has to acquire for doing import and export business. So no person, what is the advantage of becoming an agent or custom broker is in that area where importation, exportation takes place. You call it as port, airport, international airports, or inline container depots, or any such customs stations. Nobody can enter except the person who imports and exports. Only those. No person shall carry business And to act as an agent, to act as a bridge between the department and the importers and exporters, Customs Commissioner has the privilege to appoint customs broker. Kindly note, without the permission from the customs, nobody can enter or go out of the customs area. Entry and departure of all conveyances, let it be a ship or an aircraft or by road, all that is going to be, even by train, is controlled by the customs department. Here, unless such person holds a license, he cannot enter, and the person who holds the license should be called as a custom broker, and for him, he has to get through the examination prescribed under section 146 of the Customs Act. And the regulations are the Customs Brokers Licensing Regulations 2018 as amended. Means, if you become a custom broker license holder, then alone you can enter the premises, assist the importer and the exporter and the department. You can be a bridge between theirs, the traders, the business people, plus the department, as a person conveying legal compliances of the department to the importers and exporters. If you can see the definition given in the law, customs brokers, in the regulation 2, person licensed to act as an agent of an importer or an exporter. And the tasks are entry, departure of conveyance, import, export of goods at any custom station. You can handle things in any custom station if you are awarded this license. Audit, even auditing, you have been empowered. So this is how, unless you have a license, you cannot conduct this kind of brokerage. And once you take the license, it will be a responsible position. You have to pass certain examination, then only it will be awarded. And the examination is a very tough one. As I told you, hardly 40 people in India have been selected last year. Then you can imagine the amount of the study that need to be done, focused study that need to be done. Before that, we will try to move further on certain aspects. Sir, why you are hurrying it up? There is already a notice for Customs Brokers Examination 2024. It has been issued on 23rd August 2023. Every Indian citizen without any age limit can participate. It's an online written examination followed by interview, which is much more tougher. Last time, when we had the interview, out of 3 people who passed the written examination, only 1 could get through. So it's also very important of grooming personalities, people who are to be admitted. And other things which you can read later, doesn't matter. But for you, the applications are opened from 18/10/2023 to 17/11/2023 up to 6 p.m. It is better you go to personally to the concerned jurisdictional office, pay the prescribed fee of 500 through Chalan, and hand over the written application with all the enclosures indicated in the presentation. So that's very, very important. There is no online receiving of the application. So don't be under the impression online I will file. You can send it by registered post or speed post with acknowledgement due. But I suggest you to visit the local customs office and then hand over, so that even if there is any error, they will inform you. You have to give application form A, which will be circulated to the people who join our sessions, and all other things we are going to guide you. Then the examination is conducted by National Academy of Customs, Indirect Taxes and Narcotics. That's the main exam, one of the very major examination, but nation has not yet given its time frame, so we are awaiting. Who are the eligible persons? Conditions to be fulfilled. He must be a citizen of India. Then a person of sound mind, not adjudicated as insolvent. He should have a Aadhaar card, holds a valid PAN card, not been penalized in any of the criminal offenses or taxation laws, neither been convicted by a competent court. All those people are eligible to write this examination. Syllabus, regulation 6(7) talks about the syllabus. A bit of it I will try to introduce to the listeners here. So now, names of the applicant found eligible to appear in the examination means all our applications will be taken by the local office, by post or by person. Then they are going to scrutiny and they are going to recommend that to the central NASIN, and NASIN will display the eligible persons who can appear for the examination, and they will send the admission cards, things like that. This year, 2024, as per the announcement, is expected to be held in the month of March 2024, before which we have sufficient time to prepare you with nearly 80 sessions of lecture and 20 sessions of optional examination, digital examination, online, as conducted by the examination by NASIN. Similar to it, we are going to conduct, so that you will come out in flying colors. That's the aim. The aim of us at this old age is to see that our people are properly strengthened to become, to take our economy forward, nothing else. Sir, what is the condition? Whether I am eligible? I think you're all curious to know. You must be a graduate. Yes, most of the time, this is the minimum requirement and everybody will have. But more important for us is and possess. So he should be a graduate and also possess a professional degree. Kindly note, you cannot have any professional degree. There are specific degrees, and also such as mentioned. They are master's or equivalent degree in accounting, finance management, chartered accountant, company secretaries, MBAs, LLMs, ACMA, FCMA, or diploma in customs clearance work from any institute or university recognized by the government. So that is the one. Secondly, if you are a graduate and if you are already a G card holder and working with any custom broker already, and if you have a 2 years experience, then also you can write examination. We are going to talk to you a bit on G card. Today the focus is always on the F card. That is the ultimate card, where you can be an entrepreneur and you are the signing authority for on behalf of the importers and exporters, and customs will recognize as the digitally signed documents as the valid one. You require, once you pass the examination and oral test, you will be admitted. Once you are admitted to the custom brokers arena, you may have to give 5 lakhs as the deposit, because you will be handling goods of very high value and in a very protected area. So for precautionary basis, this 5 lakhs rupees will be taken as a guarantee. This, once you pass the examination, a lot of companies will come forward to keep this amount on your name and start using your services there. So that will happen. That should not be a problem for you. Another is a retired Group A officer. I think you are not interested now in that. So we should know 2 ways our persons can get in, our aspirants can get in. One is basically graduate plus the other degrees, professional degrees, or 2 years working as a G card holder. If you are not a G card holder, at least now you can start preparing for the G card, which we will be told how it should be prepared also during our lectures. Then examination shall be required to appear for a written as well as oral. Online written exam shall be conducted by NASIN. Applicant successful in written examination shall be called for an oral, not others. Then results shall be declared in the month of July. You are allowed only maximum of 6 attempts. Sir, how will be the examination? It will be a very tough one. I keep on telling the percentage of pass is less than 10%. And when you consider the personality test or oral test, it becomes less than 4 or 5% of the people who have aspired. Most of the people don't enter at all, but I want every one of you to enter, and I will assure you, you will do your best. If not this, you will be getting very good employment as a G card holder, or any company will absorb you for the knowledge you get. So don't have to be disappointed. And you have 6 attempts to clear the exam. The examination is for a duration of 3 hours. There will be 150 questions. We will be having the same pattern, and we will run through 20 mock tests so that we will be fully prepared for that. But here, a word of caution. The language is only Hindi and English. Secondly, there is a negative marking. For every right question, you get +3 and minus for every wrong answer. There, people do this one and lose their credibilities. So one should be very, very careful. You have to, maximum marks awarded is 450. Passing marks is 270%, not 35%. Kindly note. So, and the amount of information you need to study is vast, because naturally I told you, so many acts have to be studied. Some of them I'll try to share here. Bill of entry, bill of export, and various customs documents, export import documents you need to know. Arrival clearance of the vessels, various declarations filed by them. Then classification, HS classification of goods, rates of duty, how it is determined, what is the various types of customs duties available, types of customs duty, how value of an import or export goods is being done, how to convert the currency. It could be any currency of the country, whether it could be eligible, what is the rate we have to take, nature and description of the documents filed, procedure, how department takes to do assessment, how to make payment of duty, refund of duty, what are the law procedures involved. You have to be very, very specific there. Questions will be very confusing, and therefore you have to study the law in depth in each one of them. Especially Customs Act, you have to know by heart. To that extent, main features you should try to learn, and prohibitions on imports and exports is the main task. We call it as border enforcement works, allied acts. I found that during last year, more than 50% were on prohibitions of imports and exports. So that was a very tough ask for everyone to know all those laws which are prohibiting goods into India and out of India under various enactments of the India. Bonding procedures, re-importation, drawback, export promotion schemes including foreign trade policy, offenses under the Act, allied acts, Prevention of Corruption Act, procedure for appeal, applications. All this we are going to guide you through very simple informative things, and we are going to give you the study material at every day's class. And also we are going to give you the PPT, plus also we are going to ask you to ask questions whichever you are not able to. But one thing is important, you have to apply your mind and study every day. And it may not be possible for most of the people who are the executives to attend the classes during the office hours. So we are planning to defer the time in the evening and accommodate more classes on Saturdays and Sundays so that we will finish the syllabus. Syllabus has not ended. Kindly wait. You can see here, this is most dangerous way. The other day when I was speaking to certain the custom brokers, they said, sir, how many acts we have to read? In this, important ones have been these things. You can see Indian Explosives Act, Destructive Insects Act, Dangerous Drugs Act, Cosmetic Drugs and Cosmetics Act, Copyright Act, then Arms Act, Patent Act, IPR laws, FTDR Act. All these you cannot read in full. However, we should concentrate what are the important provisions controlling imports and exports, and what are the provisions of prohibitions there, which we have identified, and we are going to give you in a very capsule manner so that you can get on the examination. That 20 papers, if you could pass, you can pass any examination, I will assure you. Okay, you have to put some efforts. because you have to reach your goal. We are not there to reach your goal. So what efforts you pay, and also we'll talk about some aspects of ICE gate, knowledge of regulations, rules, notifications. What are they? What is meant by circular? What is meant by trade? Is all that we are going to do. Then, for granting of written rural exemption, after payment of 5,000 rupees, within 2 months they are going to give. This is afterwards. We will look into bond furnishing and all that. They are later work. We will concentrate that as time comes. That is not an issue at all. You will be traveling with us. We will be guiding you at every stage of the journey. This license, once you take, is valid forever. But if you don't work for 1 year, then you may have to apply again for revoking of that with 15,000 rupees as the fees. This change has come in the 2021. Earlier, it was valid for 5 years and it has to be renewed. Now that is done away with. So once you take a license, you are like a king in the customs sport, where you are going to bridge the gap between the traders and the department, and thereby you can be a very good entrepreneur or work for a very good company as a customs broker. That is the advantage for you. There are others, sir. Sometimes they say CBLR exam, CHA exam, custom broker exam, Rule 6 exam, F card. Sir, are they different? No, it is the same one called by different name. The examination pattern is so old. It is older than me, to be frank with you. So it's from time immemorial. The custom broker has been very attractive one, but it was opened up for everyone in those days. Later on, it became segregated as education improved in India. So we have come with rules, regulations later on. Provided, sir, whether only custom broker can do import, export, no. There is no need of any license for an importer and to exporter to his account. So you can get employed in an importer company or an exporter company as a person who can sign those documents under Rule 6 examination passed man as a F card holder. And they may have you as a regular in-house custom broker also. Or you can open up, and from sitting in Bengaluru or Chennai or from any place, you can handle any product, any goods after a couple of years to whole of India. So that's the advantage you have. In addition to, anyone who wants to aspire to work with a company, custom broker company or freight forwarder, can be given with a H card holder if he is a graduate. It is no need of any examination there. So for employment, that could be the easy way to get in. But from there to get G card, you need to pass the examination. Or if you are qualified directly, F card you can hold it. F card holder is the primary person who will handle and who has authority to sign all the documents. So this is how it is handled. Then a lot of obligations are there. Once you have been given the responsibility, what are the obligations? That you have to promptly pay the government dues, taxes collected from the importer and exporter. No dishonest must be there. And you should be very due diligent to correctly guide the importers and exporters. You have to update yourself every day, changes that are happening. All that goes to it, and it will add value to you. You have to cooperate with the customs whenever cases are there, investigations are there. And you should not refuse, you should not conceal any document, remove document. All of them are obligations which are normally there. That is not a troublesome thing to you at all. With this, I come to end of my talk, and I request our fellow speaker, Mr. J.S.A. JULIUS sir, who was my boss, my mentor, and I love him so much, to give you the practical insights and tips for the examination preparation with certain do's and don'ts on preparing for the examination and oral interview. In the meanwhile, I will stop sharing now. I'll start sharing later once Mr. Shivana CEO starts talking. So I request now our Julius sir to take further and guide our fraternity to give their best output.
Okay. Good evening, friends. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And my friend Mr. Kodandaram has shared everything. In fact, I don't need to say anything new, but I would keep the option for you. If you have any questions, you can mute and you can ask. I will be able to answer. Okay. Now, this agent business, you should have clarity. Now, an importer or an exporter, he can directly get the things cleared from custom. There is no problem. But but he may not know some of the rules and regulation. He may not know how to operate. So there will be a struggle. So agents are appointed. Now, if you want to, um, you know, buy a ticket in the railways, there are agents are there, but they are not appointed by railways. Anybody can be an agent. They can book the ticket and give to you. But it is not so with customs. Here, the agents or the customs brokers have to be appointed by customs. And when they appoint, the custom broker has to shoulder lot of responsibilities. You should have a KYC. You should know your client very well. You cannot say, I didn't know that, I don't know. You cannot say. You should be knowing KYC. You would have heard this word KYC from the banks. Same like that. You should know whether, he has the Aadhaar card and he has the current account and his address is correct and various other things you should know. And then when you are appointed by customs, you will be helping the custom department when there are disputes. You will not be able to try to give some bribe and get things done for your client. No, not at all. You will be in trouble. You can be arrested. You can be, investigated, and you can be prosecuted also. You have to take that responsibility. That is why, they conduct the exam, that you may be aware of what is your role. Okay, it's all only 5. 5 is an important number. 500 rupees fees for application, 5,000 rupees to receive the certificate, and 5 lakhs rupees deposit. With the department, if something goes wrong, they will be able to take from there. Remember that. And examination, my friend Kodandaram was telling, it is very difficult and it was very scary. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. You should have confidence in you. I have been involving, motivating people to write their G card or F card exam. Also, I motivate people to write their civil service, IPS, IAS, and things like that and all. Everywhere, you should have confidence. You don't lose confidence. When you talk about Customs Act, there are 161 sections. And you should know what it is. 161 is not a big issue. And as you would have studied different subjects and different exams you would have written. And here, when you come straight to write the F card exam, you should minimum qualification. Apart from your degree, you should be MBA or chartered accountant or a master of law, and very few other things are there. That means, you have, your IQ is no way inferior to anybody. You are good. And you have worked hard and passed the exam. And now, this is not that difficult comparatively, but you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined and you should be knowing what is happening. It is not what to do and how to do. It is little more than that. Why you are doing that, you should know. Why you are doing. There are many people, it become routine and do that and things like that. No, little more than that. That is why you should prepare for the exam. And when you are confident in you, you can shine. You don't need to start a company either. In fact, you need not be the entrepreneur, but you can be a signatory for more than one company. And a lot of money comes in for you. And you have to update your knowledge. You have to update your knowledge. It is always important because there will be changes. It is not just every year. There can be changes in between also. You must update your knowledge. Okay. And that is why they are making the exam little tough. You should work hard and you should learn to update your knowledge. And it is possible with you. You don't need to lose confidence, and you can do that. And main thing is Customs Act, but there are so many rules and regulations are there, and you will have to familiarize with them. And when you enter the customs area, just go into the airport, then anybody can stop you and ask you, what are you carrying? The customs, if you may be carrying some bill of entry or some documents of the importer, and you would be questioned. That's why you have a identity card. It could be F card, G card, or F. Now, if it is, you have joined a company, they want to send you to the airport or ICD, they need a card. The card is provided by customs, and you carry the F card, H card. You have not written any exam, and you have not passed anything. Maybe you have joined as a clerk or something like that in a company, but your name is provided to the customs department. Custom department give the identity card. With that, you can go forward. Maybe to join a company, maybe you would have passed 10 plus. There is no problem. You have a H card with 10 plus pass. Okay. But when you have to go for G card, you should be a degree holder. You should be a degree holder. And your H card will become a G card because you are a degree holder and you have written the first level examination. But when you go for the F card, you could have passed G card and work for 2 years, and then you can go for the F card, or you may straight go for F card when you are past MBA or Master of Law, Chartered Accountant, and various other things like that. Okay, so you remember that you are well qualified, and you have different level exams are there, and customs is not going to appoint the agent just like that. Although other department may not appoint, they themselves be the agent. They may try to help to book a ticket or anything like that. But here, customs makes you to study, learn, know, write the exam, pass, and then you go for that. Even to sign a document, you should have passed the exam. Otherwise, you cannot sign the document. You can only carry the document like, okay. So this is important. And, now you know about that, where India is going in the economy very much. And how is e-commerce is doing. You hear about Amazon, Flipkart, this, that, Big Bazaar, or whatsoever, like everything becomes important today. And many of the people, they don't go to Bazaar to buy things. Everything is with Amazon or Flipkart or Big Bazaar, this and that. That means, e-commerce is going forward. And, there is a very big warehouse for the Snapdeal people in Gurgaon. Very big, very big. It's almost 20,000 square yard area and more than 1,000 people are working and things like that and all. Goods are coming from different countries. They place order and they put in the warehouse. They have to arrange it properly and there should be an inventory clearly. And when we place order, they have to locate and send it. Many of them have to come within 24 hours. And that means they should be able to locate and they should be able to, deliver, dispatch, and delivery boys are needed. Everything, everyone is falling under this e-commerce. And the supply chain becomes very important today. And you know that wherever you go, you can find in Bangalore so many, places, warehouses where you can keep the goods, and you can, deliver and things like that and all. You have been seeing that. So this area becomes very important, very, very important today. And sitting in one place, you are getting it done from one country and delivered to another country, and you are in business. You are busy with things like that. And that means customs becomes very important, because customs are the first people anybody has to meet if they come to India. They are the first people to be met, and any goods has to go through them. And similarly, to leave the country, customs are the last people to be met, whether it is passengers or goods, or even your various other things, like it is very important like that. So better you have a grip on that. Just like that, you will not be able to even work with e-commerce in the international trade and things like that. It is very important. I was doing a MBL, Master of Business Law, with National Law School. Beautifully they explained that. But when you have to deal with customs, you have to go through this exam, and that will be wonderful. And you have very efficient people like Kodandaram, and you can explain that everything beautifully. There is absolutely no problem. We work together in the academy, and we work together in different areas. And it is he is a very efficient person. I am proud of him, and you should be happy to hear from him and get a clarity on everything. There is absolutely no problem. Okay, I think I should stop now. And if anybody has any question, before you step in, and you attend the classes regularly and prepare yourself, you have time. You have exam maybe sometimes in March, and only thing is, next month you have to file the application. You remember that before 8th December you have to complete it. Please, we can help you out in different ways, and Mr. Shivanna will help you. But you do things in time. Your application filing, and getting ready for the exam, preparing. And we will be training you not only to write the exam. After writing the exam, for the oral test also, we will definitely help you out. You should know that. And if you have clarity, you will not waver. You remember that Mr. Kodandaram was making the point clear. You cannot simply multiple choice. I can close my eyes and tick. It is not possible. They will get a negative mark also. You must know that. So please, take things serious, but don't get panic, and we can give the full support. You can go forward. Okay, I stop now. And any important questions you have? And I see a senior man like Kishore. Kishore is there. He knows that
So
things
before taking the questions,
in
we
the
will
field.
ask Shivanna to tell about the further administrative aspect.
Okay. Yeah.
Then we
Please,
will have
please.
question answers.
Yeah. Sure.
Mr. Shivanna, I am
Yes,
putting
sir.
up the presentation for you.
Yeah, plus.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go ahead now.
Yeah, dear participants and dignitaries and other delegates. Okay, for this course, the course contains 80 hours of training, in which 60 hours rigorous training and 20 mock test will be there. Okay, here, as you know, since it's a bit difficult exam as compared to other examination, others across India, others are charging 60 to 80,000 for this course. But since you are starting from Karnataka uh, now, so you are offering 30,000 for early bird registration. If you register immediately, maybe 1 or 2 days till 31st of this month, I'll offering up to 30,000 for early bird registration. If it is two installment, no, that is 35,000 for two installment in 1 month. You need to complete two installment. Okay. Then those who are joining at the time of starting the classes, because our classes starts from 23rd of October 2023. Okay. Then at that time, we need to pay 40,000. There will be a 10,000 difference in 1 month. Okay. No, no, not 1 month, less than 1 month. Okay. Here, if you register now, then just by paying 30,000, you can register immediately. Otherwise, if you want to take a two installment, now 50%, then 50% before starting the classes, 35,000 you need to pay. Then at the time of starting the classes, then you need to pay 40,000. Our training classes starts from 23rd October 2023. Yeah, if you have any query, please raise the questions.
So now we open up for question answer session. If it is on the examination, we will answer. On the administration, Mr. Shivananda will answer.
Somebody was raising the question. There is no age limit, no problem.
Yeah.
I think there are no questions. Everything is clear. Mr. Kodandaram has explained so well as about the exam, and
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Shivana about the administration, I think. Anyhow, you don't have much time, maybe another 10 minutes, so you can.
Now we will share this presentation also to all of them, and we will host this presentation on the web also, so that everybody is comfortable, able to get the information inputs they want, so that we will reach the people who require our services. That is the aim, so that we will have a very good approach to the seeking aspirants.
Yeah.
Sir,
Kishore has got
participants.
a question for Shivana. Meanwhile, somebody else was asking about G card and F card. What is the difference in the exam? You know, G card, for writing G card exam, if you are a graduate, it is sufficient. Okay, you can write the exam, and that exam will be a different style. And F card will be still tougher. So both of the exams will be little different. Some of them may have multiple choice, some of them will not get multiple choice. Some of them in the G card, you may be able to write an essay type, paragraph and things like that. And that may not be there sometimes in the F card. Like that, different type of question they prepare. And they are not the same. F card will be definitely tougher than G card. And so G card exam qualification is different, eligibility is different. So you can, what would be the eligibility and syllabus? Okay. Syllabus is almost same. Syllabus is almost same, but there will be a small difference. And we can share you the complete syllabus. Maybe Shivana at some point of time can share, because when I think he is planning to prepare a group of people for G card also. So at that time he will be sharing that. Okay. Over to Shivana. I think
Yeah, thank you, sir. Others are raising fee and all. Okay, let us discuss because no, here depends on the expertise people delivering the lectures and content which is going to be provided to you. You will provide in hard copies. Okay, and also if you are in Bangalore, then you can uh, have a content class in the weekend. Otherwise, it will be on hybrid mode. Like no, most of the class will be online. That in weekdays, one day weekday will be there. Other weekends, other 2 days will be on weekends. Okay. Here, sir, with the introduction of new policies and online filing, having no practical experience in last 2-3 years, is it possible to just prepare theoretically? Sir,
I
anyone of
think I
you?
can answer.
Yes, sir.
It is not at all difficult, not theoretically alone. We are going to give you the exposure of what is happening on the real world. And especially Julius sir and I myself have worked abundantly in the customs formations. We will take you through that if you are physically available to such formation also and show it to you. That is not an issue at all. But the main item is we are going to conduct 20 online classes, exams. That's very, very important. Nobody does it because in 20 exams, if you pass, if you struggle, then you will know where exactly you are. That's what is the beauty about this course we have designed. Our passing marks have been very good by our persons who have been trained by us, and therefore we focus more on examination, preparing you for that examination, the contents required for the examination, and therefore this focus things will take you less of physical practical knowledge will not disturb you at all. I will assure you that. Okay.
Yeah, someone raised the question regarding is it only useful for exam G card? No, not only useful. See, you're mainly focusing on exams training, and also you'll gain the knowledge for your day-to-day work related to customs, import, export, and other compliances.
I
And
will
there is,
add something more.
yes, sir.
Once you prepare for this, you will know entire aspects of Customs Act and other allied acts in abundance, and you can get into any company as this one. You don't attempt the examination, doesn't matter, but you will get abundance of knowledge. And our Julius sir is an excellent speaker on certain topics, which you will understand when he starts speaking. So certainly you can equip yourself much more than for the exams G or F card. Sir Julius sir, would you like to add anything?
somebody was asking the frequency of G card and F card. In fact, G card exam is conducted by the commissionerate. Now, in Bangalore, Bangalore commissionerate will conduct. For Chennai commissioner will conduct. But F card, it is conducted all over the country by the nation academy. Okay, that is one. Frequency, in fact, every year, G card exam and F card exams were conducted. But for the past 2 years, unfortunately, there was no, G card exam here in Bangalore. And F card has been continued, Mr. Kodandaram, every year. It has been going on.
Yes, sir. It has been going on regularly.
Yeah. Okay. So for every purpose, both the exams will be conducted every year. Okay, that is the thing. Frequency.
For G cards, most of the commissionerates have not made examination for the reasons best known. We don't have such examination conducted from last 2 or 3 years after the COVID in Bangalore, to the best of my knowledge. If I am wrong, I vote for this one, corrected myself.
Yeah, Kishore can tell.
Yeah, and also there is no location constraint for classes since it's an online class across India. From anywhere from India, you can join the classes.
Correct. Yeah.
So good evening to everybody.
Mm.
The G card exam was conducted in the 2021.
21 now. Okay.
that was conducted by only the writing and not by the oral
Mhm.
in Bangalore.
Okay.
After that, nothing has happened yet. We are trying to get the examination done. Depends upon the commissioner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sir, do you provide us
Kishore.
books material? Yes, of course, we'll provide the material, hard copy of the material to the registered participants.
One question, is there no offline classes? They are asking Mr. Damodaran. I think you will be able to answer, Mr. Shivanand.
Sir, if they are staying locally, then for them, once in a while, we can have weekend contact classes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Better.
I think if there are no questions, we can wind up for the day, sir.
Is there any questions from participants? Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Julius, sir, and Kodandaram, sir,
Thank you.
and participants.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you all, sir.